you go to the doctor for your yearly checkup, expecting everything to go normal, just as it has the year before and the year before that. But the doctor says one sentence to you, and suddenly your entire lifestyle changes. You have breast cancer, and instead of planning your future, you're now on a countdown until you're dead. What breast cancer is the uncontrolled growth of breast cells, and it can affect people emotionally, psychologically, physically, and financially. There are many ways you can contribute to finding a cure, but I'm just going to start with, what is breast cancer? Now, breast cancer is the uncontrolled growth of breast cells. This is a result of a genetic mutation within the nucleus of your cells. The mechanism in the nucleus of your cell is responsible for making your cell division stop or continue, and this mechanism is stopped, and therefore tumors are created because there's uncontrolled growth of your breast cells. Now, a tumor can be benign or malignant. What a benign tumor is, it's not dangerous. It grows very slowly, and it does not spread to the lymph nodes, and it's not cancerous. What a malignant tumor is you have your cancerous tumor. Your cancerous tumor is a tumor that will spread very fast and is rapid cell division, and it will spread to your lymph nodes. Now, what your lymph nodes are, they're these organs in your body that are responsible for expelling foreign wastes or substances. You have some here, and then you also have some right here. These are called the axillary lymph nodes, and this is where, if your breast cancer spreads there, they'll have a passage to the rest of your body and can develop into lung cancer, heart cancer, anything. Now, men. You might not think that guys get breast cancer considering they don't really have breasts, but there are actually a lot. Just last year, there were 2,190 cases of breast cancer in men and 410 deaths around the country. And just last year in this country alone, in this year, there were 264,600,000 people diagnosed with breast cancer. And of these, only about 40,000 died. Now, something that has a major impact on whether you get breast cancer or not are age and gender. Now, of course, women are more likely to get breast cancer than men. They are 100 times more likely to get breast cancer than men, but of course, women still get it. Now, also age. Breast cancer can start developing around the age of 20, but it's very rare. Breast cancer is more common around the ages of 50 to 70, and it's just supposed to be a result of the wear and tear of living your life. An eighth of everybody you know is supposedly supposed to get breast cancer. I mean, women, of course. So think about it. An eighth of all the women you know. An eighth of all the women in this room. Maybe one of us could get breast cancer. I don't know. But of these, only 25% are said to survive. There are some contributing factors to breast cancer, and these include smoking, things like genetics, and that. And there are some symptoms of breast cancer that you guys should know of, even though, it's kind of graphic. Just bear with me there. Now, some symptoms of breast cancer are enlarged swelling of the breast and pain in bones or arm swelling. And the ways that you can treat breast cancer are chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery. And the best way to prevent breast cancer is to go get a mammogram every year, starting at age 20, of course. What a mammogram is they check you and see if there's any growth in your breast cells, just to make sure that you're not in danger or anything. Now, you have to go through these every year if you're a woman, because if you don't, then there might be some unregulated growth in your breast cells, and you might develop severe breast cancer and die. Breast cancer takes a toll on a lot of things. It takes a toll on patients emotionally, psychologically, physically, and financially. Now, it takes a major toll on your relationships. Now, husbands, wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, partners tend to become more parental and treat you more like a child once you get breast cancer. And children tend to be very they tend to have a lot of difficulty in dealing with breast cancer. Now, younger children tend to be more clingy and very attached, and older children tend to distance themselves in frustration. Also, friends of breast cancer patients tend to be a little frustrated with that as well, and they tend to distance themselves or become extremely prevent on them. Neither of these are the best way that you can treat somebody who you know who does have breast cancer. The best way is to be a friend, just be there for them, but don't intrude on them, because what they need is a sense of normality to give them some incentive to keep on fighting for a cure. Also, of course, jobs. Once pain starts hurting, you have to go to chemotherapy. You can't really go and work anymore, so you have to have some way of financial support. Now, a lot of people who get breast cancer don't have a lot of financial support, but the Department for Work and Pensions does have some financial support, but a lot of people are too embarrassed or don't know about it, so they don't go and find it. So they find ways through charities and things like that. Now, a 2006 study in Dartmouth Medical School says that 41% of all breast cancer patients experience severe emotional distress, 11% experience major depression, 10% experience a PTSD, which is a post-traumatic stress disorder, and 10% also experience a generalized anxiety disorder. Okay, so my grandma had breast cancer. She got it around the time that my mom became pregnant with me, and I was the first of my cousins to be born, so my grandma didn't have any grandchildren yet. And also, my aunt got pregnant with my other cousin, and my grandma did not want to fight. She didn't care. She just wanted to let it take her, and she didn't want to experience the pain, because it's hard fighting breast cancer. It takes a huge physical toll on you. But my mom persuaded her to keep going through chemotherapy, and though my grandma didn't want to go through it, now she's living free with without breast cancer. She had an amputation, and she's still here. And my mom also experienced a scare of breast cancer back when I was 11. She developed a tumor, and we didn't know whether it was benign or malignant. So while we were waiting for the results, I was absolutely terrified. I didn't know whether or not my mom was going to die or live, and I was just terrified. I loved her to death. But it ended up being benign, and she's okay now. Every day I'm kind of worried about, paranoid almost, that my grandma or my mom's breast cancer could come back. And because they have it in their genes, I also do. If it runs in your family, you have a 30% higher chance of getting breast cancer. So I have to worry about that too. I have to go get checked up as soon as I age out to 20 years old. Now, you should support research to breast cancer or funding it in any way you can, because through your support, a cure can be found. And of course, you're too young now, but later on, you might have opportunities to donate or go on things like the Runs for Breast Cancer. They have the Avon Walk for Breast Cancer and the Susan G. Komen Run for Breast Cancer. These are a lot of fun. I've personally done one, and what you do is you run and you donate money at the beginning of the run, and you just show that you support, and it's a lot of fun. And also, you can go online, and this one doesn't cost you anything because, of course, you're kids, and probably most of you don't have incomes. What you can do is go on KomenAdvocacy.org, and what this is a website where you can just pledge yourself and say, I support finding a cure to breast cancer. Now, the more people that support this and just sign up and say, I support breast cancer, the better it'll be for the people who do have it to get some inspiration. Now, you should all support finding a cure to breast cancer, because you never know. It might be you, your mom, your grandma, your wife, your kids, your best friend. You never know. But what you do know is that now you can support breast cancer, because there are millions of men and women worldwide who do need your support. I urge you all to support finding a cure, because you never know. One day, it could be you. And I meant to do this.
Wrong one.
I don't know how to do it.
Wrong. It's the other one. It's the black one. Turn behind you.
Oh, so that's a girl with breast cancer. You can do it. And these are all women who went on the run to support breast cancer. Alright,
Thank you.